A new event for the Master Chief Collection has arrived, and the event itself might be hinting for something that has to do with Halo Infinite. So if you want to find out more, then be sure to stick around. Be sure to drop a like, and let's try to reach the like goal of 20 likes. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I make Halo videos every week. So with that being said, let's get into the video.
She wants some more. Told her to relax and give her XOXOXOXO. Mommy on that toe. She just wants somebody who would catch her if she falls.
The MCC event is called the Yappening, and the description reads, Yapyap the Destroyer has once again taken over and brought his own playlist to the Halo the Master Chief Collection. Participate in Yapyap's challenges to unlock and earn event-exclusive nameplates. Here's a close-up of the event image of the Yappening. This is Yapyap, a armored unit, and the Yapyap logo with the Banished color scheme. It's a really nice image itself. To get the first event nameplate, it's called Yapyap the Destroyer, and what you have to do is complete 7 matches in the Yappening game category. And if you look really closely to this nameplate, there's some engravings. There's of course the Yapyap logo, but the Yapyap logo is in front of the Banished logo, and I'll go over what this might mean a little bit later on in this video. The second nameplate is called Shut Your Yap, and in order to get this, you must defeat 150 grunts with headshots throughout the Master Chief Collection while online. You could do this in campaign, firefight, or custom firefight. They all count. Doesn't matter where you do it, but as long as you get these done while online, you're good to go. And if you look closely at this nameplate, you can see it has the Banished color scheme as well as the first one. And towards the right, you could see some engravings behind the grunt that's kneeling and holding something up. I can't really tell what that is, but it looks really important. If you guys know what it might be, let me know down in the comment section. If you want to get these nameplates, be sure to do these challenges before June 12th. That's the last day you could get these nameplates. If you're on Steam, then you might have noticed that there's another image they used for the background of this event, and it's pretty much a Yapyap on a throne, sitting on the throne with 2 armored units by his side, and behind him is a wall, and on that wall you have the Banished logo, and you have some engravings on the side, and these same engravings you see on the nameplates, which is pretty interesting. However, when I try to look for this image to get a full scale version, a full resolution of it, I couldn't find it on the Halo Waypoint website or anywhere else for that matter. So I feel like this is just some way that 343 is being discreet and sort of hinting at what's to come in the future, not just with the Master Chief Collection, but with Halo Infinite, because of course the Banished was only in Halo Wars, and we haven't seen any Banished in any of the main Halo games. So I feel like this is their way of teasing, saying the Banished is going to be in Halo Infinite. We already have these assets, we're already working on these characters and lore regarding the Banished, and I feel like this is a huge tease that's going very unnoticed, because you could really only find this image on the Steam page for this event, and you have to go through a little bit of a couple loops, and it's a bit hard to find on your own. So I will link this page of the event down in the description so you can check it out for yourself. I feel like a lot of people are overlooking the event and the images within the event, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it, and that's why I say that. But Yapyap has some lore of his own. Yapyap, self-proclaimed Yapyap the Destroyer, is a ongoing leader, also known as grunts by the UNSC, who rebelled against the Banished during the battle with the crew of the UNSC Spiritfire on Installation 00. Yapyap was a low-ranking deacon in the Covenant's Ministry of Sanitation before being kidnapped by the Banished. Yapyap rose through the chain of command with the Banished due to being slower than the other grunts at avoiding eye contact when a job needed to be filled. After discovering the Throne of Woe, Yapyap rebelled against the Banished in favor of locating the fabled golden methane hydrate mines of Saboteur, hidden somewhere on the Ark. Throughout his rebellion, the Throne of Woe continued to communicate with him, telling Yapyap that the Ark belonged to the Ungoi. Yapyap managed to lose more Ungoi in battle than were even carried to the Ark in the first place. The Throne of Woe would somehow produce ongoing reinforcements for Yapyap after he argued with and kicked the throne. I read his biography on the website halopedia.org, so I will leave it in the description below, so if you want to read up on it, you can. Even though Yapyap was playable in Halo Wars, it's quite odd to still make a whole event dedicated to him. They could have made an event dedicated to Atriox or just any other character that doesn't even have to do with the Banished, but they chose Yapyap, and I think that's pretty interesting. It would be pretty cool if they would expand the lore on Yapyap in Halo Infinite. This would be the perfect opportunity to do so, because there's not much lore on him, but he is a playable character in the Halo Wars universe, which is pretty cool. And he does have heavily armored grunts, which would be cool as a mini boss or something like that. Maybe with the free roaming in Halo Infinite, you could stumble upon Yapyap. Maybe he's a boss or a helpful asset to the UNSC, because he does rally against the Banished. It would be pretty cool to have Yapyap fight along us, and I would think someone like Yapyap would be a pretty memorable character. He's pretty interesting. He has his own throne, a grunt with his own throne, which is pretty interesting. He has his own crown, and he seems like he's quite the character, and having his armored grunts helping us out would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty different, not something we're used to seeing. Even if he's just a boss fight, that would be pretty interesting as well. If you remember, a few weeks ago, Mega Constructs accidentally revealed a toy for Halo Infinite, which is of a brute, and it was pretty clear a brute, and there were some brute weapons there too, and the brute was in some Banished themed armor, which is pretty much a sure confirmation that the Banished and brutes will be making its way to Halo Infinite. And the reason why I bring this up is because Yapyap was in the Banished at one point before rebelling against them, so that means that Yapyap, who is part of the Banished at one point, might just be in Halo Infinite, and also having brutes come back as well. It would be the perfect opportunity to bring back brutes, because Halo Infinite seems like it's going to be a big game, especially if it's going to have some free roaming segments, which would be pretty interesting as well to see. And why not have brutes again? I miss fighting the brutes, and their weapons are pretty fun to use, specifically the brute shot. There's a lot of fun to be had with the brute shot as well. There's just not enough lore regarding Yapyap. He made his first appearance in Halo Wars 2, and there's some little information out there regarding who he is, but just not enough detailed information about it though. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have regarding Yapyap and this Halo event. And like I said, it's pretty interesting to see that there's a whole event dedicated to Yapyap and not on any other character that's not in the Banished. So they had many characters to choose from. They could have chosen Arbiter or even Master Chief, and they chose, this person who was once in the Banished. So it's pretty awesome to see what they're going to do next, what other events that they're going to do, and if there are any other events, I will cover them on this channel. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.
With